Fields now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On the option right is Fields. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You still hold your breath a little as a defense when Tua gets out of the pocket. You're worried about him scrambling and getting a first down. But there, he made the wise call. If there's nothing downfield, just throw it away.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Now Tua. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. To throw is Fields. Hard throw, incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They'll look to set up his blockers. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 7-3 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth. As to a hit, and the ball is out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Denver's offense now set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter.
Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5. Thomas has got it. Complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Tua sets up to pass it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nolan Smith just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. Is going to be incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Out of the gun, Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, Fields setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Fields on first down. Flush to his right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. From the 50, here's Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
On first and 10, here's Fields. And it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Fields. And he's got it. And the Broncos are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Fields going to hold on to it. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. They'll try and run Walker as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This, a chip shot, a 20-yarder. McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment.
We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. He's got a touchdown through the air as his guys have raced out to a gigantic early lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Now an option play on second down. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down. Fields.
short throw caught by Pitts.
And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Tua now on 1st down. And Thomas has it. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Nolan Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. D'Angelo Malone. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The slot man in motion right. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
2nd and 6. Now it's Fields.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in the stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
John Franklin Myers, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
He throws it and hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Looking to throw.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down and 7.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
It's a sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Slot man moves right.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now a 2nd and 6.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
They run again with Walker.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Fields now to throw.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. There was a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight.
2 and now on 1st down.
They're looking for Higgins, but it was intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen.
And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The drive will start with an option going left.
And they're knocking on the door now. There's a grid around there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Here's Fields.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not two. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. McPherson's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
20!
Down the left sideline.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Kenneth Walker.
41 yards.
And the Broncos are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
How about the vision on the run here? This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside. So he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10.
Now left side on the swing pass. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Being chased out left.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
It's picked up by the Broncos.
A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
From the gun, it's Tua. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And this offense on third down today, just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This time it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Tua on 4th down. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Got a man here, it's Bryant. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
We know that the big guys won't get the credit, Brandon, but we also know that that touchdown belongs to them. Excellent job of clearing the way for their running back.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Give to Walker on the read option. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Walker with another carry. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Completes it to Douglas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Douglas with a grab over the middle. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Throw left side complete. That's Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. Reggie Gilliam taking it in. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west, and it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
tripping, this is easy, easy. Got them excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hear nothing they say. Let us talk about it. About 100 deep, gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away, put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it, talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room.